welcome to Progres So Nitty. I am so glad that you're here. This is my first, what we're going to call a mini nitty-isode. Yes, you heard that right. I know, it sounds crazy, but go with it if you will humor me. Progres So Nitty, mini nitty-isode. Y'all, I have got the podcasting bug. I've caught it, and I wanted to do a long form episode today, but I know I don't have enough stuff to do that with. So I thought, well, what better way to just come on and do a really quick, what we call a mini nitty-sode. Today is January 27th, and I will probably publish this tomorrow on the 28th. And if you are feeling very generous and if you'd be willing to give me a like below, it really does make me smile. I joke and I say it makes me smile, but it really does make me smile. And if you're feeling even more generous, I would love to grow this community with your help. So today I wanted to talk to you about my progress on my Stephen West 2025 MusiKAL that he put out in October. It was basically going to be one entire month where you get 4 different clues each week, and the ideal was to stay caught up each week. I clearly did not stay caught up each week. It was just too hard for me to do. What I decided to do is I'm going to show some pictures too as well, where I tried to stretch this out on the back of my couch so you all can see what it looks like. I am almost done with clue 3, and I'm hoping I get it done tonight. And if not, then hopefully I'll get it done by the next episode. So here is the start of the MusiKAL. That we started out with clues. We had our first clue, which was these wonderful little circular things that started out with just some knitting, knitting increases, and then we went into what they call a welt. And I will tell you, this welt does not look great because there's just a little bit of mohair in it. I tried to do the mohair dare that he offered. I didn't like the mohair because, as you can see here, you can probably see it better on the back side. There's a lot of brown. I just didn't think it was vibing with the color, so I took it out and decided to just do the yellow. But then we went into a brioche, another welt, and then some drop stitches, or I think that's yarn numbers, I guess. I don't want to give away the pattern because it is a paid-for pattern, and Stephen works really hard on his patterns, and he deserves to have that recognition. So we went into that, and then we went into these beautiful, beautiful waves. Wow. I mean, they're just gorgeous, aren't they? I love the waves. Might be one of my favorite parts of this. And then the next clue was the bricks, or not the bricks, I'm sorry, the diamonds, which is part of clue 3. It was the first part of clue 3, this first section with these lovely diamonds. They were so much fun, y'all. I mean, I am serious, so much fun to make. And then we got into what I'm not really sure what you call this, but I call it kind of a brick look. But look how great these collars are. And y'all, there are so many mistakes in this shawl. I can't even probably count them. There's more than probably enough on my hand. One of the biggest mistakes is that I did not get the numbers right whenever I was doing this section. But the cool thing is with Stephen's pattern, at least for this one, I was able to fudge the stitches and add some increases to get the right numbers before I went into the wave. So I hope it's going to be okay. And then my biggest other challenge for this shawl is the brioche. It has been so hard. And my first time, well, that's a lie. I'm lying to you. And not my first time doing brioche, because I did do them in the Stephen West 2025 sock along, where he had a little bit of brioche in that. But this is probably by far the most brioche I've done in one project. And it was a challenge. You could do a garter stitch if you wanted to. I wanted to really challenge myself and do the brioche. So I did stick with that. And then I have one other really big mistake that I made on this. I don't know if you guys can tell what's missing right here. Do you see what's missing right there? Yeah, one of the yellow rows got missed. Whoops! Oh, it's okay. I'm going to live with it. I don't think anybody's really going to be able to tell. I mean, would you have been able to tell had I not pointed it out to you? Let me know in the comments below. And it's okay if you could and can't. I kind of like it. And maybe it gives it a little character for me. And so I do like that. So once again, here is the Stephen West musical shawl, the 2025 that I am working on. Again, I'm hoping to get done with these sections today. And then the next section, which is the last clue, calls for the entire border for this whole entire shawl is going to be this huge border all along it. And you can choose to do it in either garter stitch or brioche. And I'm still debating what I want to do. My challenge and my competitive spirit in my heart wants to challenge me, and I want to do the brioche. But it scares the bejeebies out of me because I know it is really, really difficult for me to do. And I know other people can fly by it. And I know it's just practice. And it's one of those things that you're never good at something when you first start it. It takes practice. And so I know I'm going to need some practice and eventually I'll get good at it. So remember that when you're starting out a project, if you're down on yourself, don't beat yourself up because experts were not experts when I first started. And you gotta practice to get better. So I'm gonna consider that as a practice, or I could take it and do the garter stitch, which is gonna be beautiful as well. And I just really like the look of the brioche for me, and I already started with it. So tell me in the comments below, do you think I should stick with the brioche, or do you think I should do the garter comments or the garter stitches? Let me know in the comments below. I have a local indie dyer that is close to me, and she dyes yarn and she does a fabulous job. So one of those yarns that I'm using is this one, which is this really beautiful, beautiful purplish color. I don't know if you can, here, let's try to see if I can get better. Yeah, there we go. That beautiful purplish variegated right there. And it is called, let me get it here. It is by a local indie dyer. She is known as Fiber Owl. She does have an Etsy shop, and I will link it in the comments below. And then you can also get her yarn if you're local. You can also go to Little House of Yarn in Princeton, Indiana, and get those. So this one, particular one, is called Unique Owl. Let you see that. So Unique Owl is the color of that one. And then I'm also using one other of the Fiber Owl colors, which is this beautiful, beautiful red and orange. I don't know if you can see that really good in there, but it is called Red Haven. And when I saw that, I snatched it up as soon as I could because those are my colors. I love anything bright. So, and then the other two colors that I am using is a Malabrigo, which is this one, and it is called Malabrigo Sock yarn, and it is called, I'm probably not going to say this right, Tiziano Red. I hope I say that right. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. And then I have one other color, which is also a not so local yarn shop to me, but within driving distance. She's about an hour to 40 minutes away from where I live. And they are called Red Hill Fiber Company. And they make their own yarn. They spin it and they dye it. And this one is called Buttercream Gleam. And it has a little stellina in it, which is beautiful. I don't know if you can see that stellina in there or not really good, but it is a really beautiful yarn. The only thing is, I have used this so much in the shawl, I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough to finish it. I think I'm almost done with using, I think I might use the color one more time in the bricks. It takes about 2 grams, and I have 25 grams left. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough for the shawl or not to finish it for the border. And if I don't, that's okay, because I did go to another one of my local yarn shops in Newburgh, Indiana, which is called Sheepskin. And the lovely Miss Kelly, who's one of my friends, helped me pick out this fabulous colorway here, which I think matches this one so close. What do you guys think? Is it a good match? Close enough that it won't make that much of a difference? What do you think? Let me know. Tell me below. I think it's close enough that it won't make that much of a difference. And it is called, this yarn is called, I don't know if you're supposed to say this or not, Baah, LaJolla. Baah, Baah. Oh my God, I love that. I'm sorry. I'm going to be sitting there going, Baah, all night now. It is called LaJolla, and it is Byzantine. I cannot talk. Byzantine gold. And so my hope is that I will not have to use this in the shawl, but if I do, it's okay, because I'm not going to use much of it, and I'm going to have a whole lot left to make socks or something with it. So I'm excited about that. So that is my project that I'm working on. Tell me below, what are you guys working on? And if you like me doing these mini-isodes or nitty-isodes, let me know and I will keep doing them, because I thought it would be fun and a good in between, between my really long videos, to have something short in between. So that is all I have. Thank you for sticking it out with me. Give me a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And tell me what you're up to. Tell me what you're knitting, what you're crocheting, if you're quilting, beadworking, scrapbooking, whatever you're doing. I love anything crafty. Crafty is my jam, and I love it. And we are artists. We are not hobbyists. This, what we do, this is art. When we quilt, we're performing art. So remember, you are an artist, and embrace that. Embrace your creativity. Do something fun this week and tell me what you're doing below. Peace and love to you all.